Repatriation, repatriation, repatriation. No mean that you run go to Africa. Go, Africa stay where your brother. Go, Africa run where your sister. Go.
It started with the Portuguese. They left. Swedish also came. Dutch were here. Danes were here before British. So British mounted these ammunitions all around in case of any attack. The balls over behind us, cannonballs, where you set into this from this side. There is this opening for gunpowder. You lit match at the same place, which will drive the balls to destroy the ships. It was not standstill like this. It all moved round. But as you see them, they are original cannons and cannonballs, but it doesn't work anymore. So the balls are there for those that want to try their hands on the balls. See the size, everything. All right, let's
Repatriation, repatriation, repatriation. No mean that you run go to Africa. Go, Africa stay where your brother. Go.
Here to look at the underground passage. And again, as we are walking around the whole place, let the sufferings, the agony of the people who died here speak to you as you are moving around. We are looking at this as the checkpoint. If that place from the dungeons was not sealed, we wouldn't have come here. We would have just walked through to have the experience. And as we are moving to the end, we see this as the checkpoint. So they were coming from the male dungeons with the chains. And this was where they were checked to make sure they are all here. So it was like this. A guide will hold a gun. So one you move, two you move, three you move. Nobody goes, nobody comes. But they entered from the dungeons. So if you want to see, that is how we are going to look at the underground passage. Come close like this. You watch your head. Look at the passage. Come out. So let's do this one after the other. This is 18 feet deep. 18 feet. 18 feet. So underground passage from the male dungeons. They walk through from there with the chains, still crying and screaming to the last edge. So be careful, please. Don't rush there. And you don't need your sunglasses over here as well because the place is very dark. And just do this. Be careful as you are looking at the underground passage. So as we are walking around, you can walk as fast as you want. But for them, they were controlled by the chains. So you cannot walk as fast as you want. So have a look at this. We are looking at this as part of the tunnel which comes from the male dungeons. So watch your head, stretch your neck and look at the underground passage. Look as the original opening. It tells you that even the ventilation, it was poorly ventilated. A small place like this. This one is to prevent escape. This is where they were receiving the light and ventilation. Let's come to the last place. So most of our traditions were condemned for them to impose Christianity on the people. At the time, they believed in spirits, deities, small gods like this, which serve as a mediator between man and the Almighty God. The history behind the spirits, as you see here, such that it was here. At the time, there was nothing on this land. But when British arrived, they captured the fort, developing the fort into this place. They were not having access, I'm talking about our own people. They were not having access to come and worship here. So the leaders performed rituals. They removed everything from here outside. But when they left Cape Coast to Accra, the place was empty, but they still want the shrine back. They still want you and I to know our belief, our practice before they came. So they brought the spirit back to its original location. And this is the god of the land, Nana Tabio. So as you see the palm wine, calabash, everything, it means that the spirit is back. And they still come here for libation. Some go to church, others still believe in tradition. And line up there, these are wreaths from the descendants, just like any of us here. They are all here as remembrance to those who suffered, those who died. So next time, they can also come here with a wreath for us to lay it on behalf of those who died. Just 1st August was emancipation. So the new ones that you see here was just 1st August to this place. So the underground passage outside, this was the entrance. It was a very small opening where you cannot walk straight. You bow, still with the chains like this or through the neck before you walk through this place. So it was this side that they went through the checkpoint, and from there to the final exit, no return. This was sealed in 1834. So that is the entrance that connects to the final exit, door of no return. And they crossed the Atlantic Ocean from that side.
If I get to
the chains that they used were similar, like what you see on that side. It was similar chains that they used. They chained them through the neck. If you are stubborn, they chain this place as well, so you cannot walk as fast as you want. You are controlled by the chains.
If I get to it, is that the entrance to the tunnel you show us? This place.
It was open then before 18.
So now it has been sealed.
We are entering the male dungeon. This is where the fathers and brothers, this was the place that they were held for 3 months before the shade comes. And as you are stepping down, you are stepping on their sweat, their vomit, saliva, human flesh, whatever they left. It means that the floor wasn't like this. They used bricks for it. It is now solidified. It is also a mix-up with the sweat, the vomit. Let us move down. I know the place is dark, but I don't want to lie here. Just experience what our people went through. I believe that we were directly affected. But just imagine a place that we were held. We went through the mill and the female dungeon. And you cannot compare the two. We were one person in the government. It was time that the first dungeon was excavated. So as I said earlier, the other sections, 4 of them, it is solidified, it is a mix-up with their sweat, their vomit. But this first one was excavated in 1974. But these were the trenches for them to wash the sweat, the blood into the sea. But because it was not moving, the sweat, the human flesh, gradually accumulated. Let's hand was accumulated where you see the sun. We have it in all the other side. This one here, excavation mark. This was 1974 to show us the level of all the accumulated waste. Ask yourself, when everything was up to that level, where were the people? They were still inside. They were confined. The spirits, they were able to suppress them. They were able to bring them down, put fear in them, make sure that they cannot do anything. But still, it wasn't like they were there doing nothing. The brave ones were fighting for their right. And let's come to this place. When the place was excavated, they dig a hole. There's a very big hole at the side. But they used the same human flesh, the same vomit, saliva, human flesh to fill the hole. So the portion, as you see there, this is their sweat, their vomit, saliva, whatever they left. That is why, as I said, this is the place that if you want to imagine, you cannot imagine. They went through a lot. They paid a painful price. And I cannot say this is a place for us to enjoy. This is a place for us to learn from the past mistakes that we shouldn't repeat them. So let us walk on towards the walls. 18 and it is 60 centimeters long. From the dungeon straight to the side. Where we have the exit of the tunnel. All right, please come here. There is enough space for us. So at the time they walk barefooted, they spend nights and days. Some were attacked by wild animals. Others also made it to the place, but they went through a lot. Some died, others also survived to be taken away. The male dungeons, and this also was the exit of the tunnel. From the tunnel, or from the opening that all of us have a look, they walked through. This was also a very small, which allows one person to come out at a time. So they all came out from here still with their chains, and to the final exit over there. So ladies and gentlemen, we are heading towards the door of no return, a place that the ancestors, they lost for good. The men were condemned. I'm talking about those fighting for their freedom. Ladies also were punished. You ask yourself, what offense ladies committed that brought them into the cell? So let's see the sin, the crime that they committed that brought them.